Okay, only in theaters October 25th. It's a movie called Magpie. Eric Holmes, Daisy Ridley. Are you a fan of Daisy Ridley whatsoever?
I like her, and see, I've only saw her in the Star Wars and the Murder on the Orient Express. Liked her in both
Okay.
of those. I'm not like, ooh, Daisy Ridley, I'm in love, but I don't hate her, and I've liked her in everything I've seen. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of neutral on her right now. Like she could do something that would blow me away, that would tip me towards that side. I haven't seen her be bad though, so yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
I would say I'm positive on Daisy Ridley.
Okay, well, it'd be interesting to see what you think, whether this tips the tide on good or bad regarding Daisy Ridley. It's based on an original idea by Daisy Ridley. It's written by Tom Bateman and it's directed by Sam Yates. It centers on a woman named Annette, and she's married to this guy named Ben. They're both successful in their respective careers. They live out in the London or England countryside. And Annette, you can tell she's a little bit depressed that she lives in the countryside. She'd rather be raising their wonderful daughter in somewhere in the city. Her husband is Ben. He is a writer, and Ben is played by Shazad Latif, and Daisy Ridley is Annette. And she's you can tell from the beginning that Annette is going through some kind of mental health issues regarding her life, and you're wondering what's going on beneath the surface. Their daughter gets a job on a movie set. She's a really plum role in a movie set, playing the daughter of a glamorous movie star. Her name's Alicia or Alicia, I think it's Alicia, played by Matilda Lutz. And Alicia is a movie star, and they're in a period drama. And their daughter is part of this period drama. The husband Ben accompanies the daughter to the movie set, while Annette spends all of these working days alone by herself with they have another kid. I forget if the kid is a daughter or a son, but they have a baby in the house. So Annette's stuck raising the baby, taking care of the baby during the day, while her husband, who's a little bit of a narcissist, he accompanies their daughter to the movie set. What happens is Ben starts getting an infatuation with Alicia, and Alicia seems to be taking sort of a liking to Ben as well, because Ben is the seems to be a good dad, at least from Alicia's eyes. And what happens is when Annette starts figuring out there might be something between Bennett and Alicia, Annette goes on sort of a little bit, she flies off the handle a little bit, and she's wondering what will she do with this supposed infidelity. And so that is the premise of Magpie. It is a thriller, and it's very interesting up to a point. I was expecting a lot from this movie. Solid performances by everyone involved. I just wish there was an extra layer to Magpie, because the great things about the best thrillers that they'll have different layers built upon each other. But eventually, I solved the whole riddle of Magpie pretty early in the story. And once that riddle was solved, it was mainly my big draw was watching Daisy Ridley act, which is fine. But the third act to me was a little bit of a letdown, and I was expecting more from Magpie. In fact, I was expecting a lot. It is described as a stylish neo-noir thriller, and it does have certain elements, but I really wish that director Sam Yates just amped up the thriller elements to Magpie, because ultimately what happens, I saw a movie that's good, but not memorable. Solid effort by Daisy Ridley because it's her idea and she's good in this movie, some good elements, but ultimately Magpie ends up being a quite forgettable experience. Forgettable, but I would still recommend it. Mild recommendation for Magpie. Only in theaters, October 25th. 3-star rating. I liked everyone involved. I just wish there was a little bit more layering to Magpie. So with that review, Eric Holmes, are you staying away from Magpie? I don't know
Um,
what Bruce gave it.
I'm kind of curious of what the idea was.
What? Oh,
Because
okay.
she didn't have a writing credit, which makes sense because you don't own ideas, like you know.
Right.
And it's
Mhm.
weird that that's based on an idea by Daisy Ridley. I kind of because hey Greg, we should make a movie about a werewolf fighting a blob monster,
Mhm.
and then you going to write that. You're not going to write it. It's going to be a brilliant screenplay. You produce it, and it's like based on an idea by Eric Holmes. Because I literally just gave you a stupid sentence, and you had to flesh everything out. I'm wondering how much of the
Idea was really hers, or how much did she help develop it, that kind of thing.
yeah, like just I mean, obviously she's in the movie, so I didn't look, but I'm assuming she probably has a producer credit as well. But the fact that they even put based on an original idea by Daisy Ridley, didn't think of it as a red flag, but I think my subconscious flagged that this might not be good.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, Magpie again, 3 stars for me, mild recommend. I
But
still haven't listened to
regardless, let's say I watch Magpie and this is absolutely horrible. It has nothing to do with whether or not Daisy Ridley's good at acting.
That's fair.
Because she
Yeah.
was in the bubble. Bubble wasn't great, but that's not like Daisy Ridley ruined that movie. There's some good stuff in
And
there.
Daisy Ridley's good in Magpie. She's solid.
Yeah.
The movie is a mild recommendation for me. 3 stars, theaters October 25th.